Hey guys, welcome back, and let's see where I last left off. Oh, I'm going to the library, I remember now. One flight of stairs up and I run into problems. The second floor hallway is a carbon copy of the third floor one. Wide, of course, and plain. Like only hallways can be. The problem is that the library's whereabouts are not exactly determined as one would think. The classrooms are marked with signs stating which class they belong to, but then there's a plethora of others, unmarked rooms. Is the library one of them? Or is it just somewhere down the hallway? I bet on the latter and choose my direction at random. After I turn around the corner, an unmarked door draws my attention because it's not closed. It's not open either, just barely ajar so that I can see it's open and nothing else. It would make sense for the library door to be invitingly open, and while this one is not quite that, it's good enough. At the very least, it means that someone is inside and I can ask for directions, no matter how embarrassing that is. I gingerly push on the center of the door with my fingertips, every muscle in my arm ready to pull back at a moment's notice. The feeling of being an outsider to a school can't be shaken from my mind so much so that I instinctively fear doing something wrong by entering. Ooh, what's happening? The door slowly creaks as if groaning from a deep sleep, though is much easier to open than I anticipated. Someone's gonna be inside. Leaping over and poking my head even further inside to gain a sight of the room as fast as possible, I meet the meek hello on my lips is quickly snatched away. Oh, who's gonna... Oh, I've not seen you yet. Hello, you look... Huh. I like that bow in your hair. It matches the bow in your neck. That's all I can say about it for now. This is not as I was expecting. I mindlessly let the door open to its full extent, taking in the sight of the solitary figure in the center stage in the otherwise abandoned room. The situation steals my voice, leaving me standing at the doorway, staring at the beautiful girl. Evidently having taken her time to assess the situation, the girl gently puts down her teacup and opens her eyes, but doesn't look at me. She drinks tea! She drinks tea! That's a definite yes in my head. Hello there, may I help you? I'm making it super British because of that. Staring directly in front of her, the movements of her lips seem to break the silence rather than the words. However, it's the soft, measured voice that reminds me that she's a being separate from the room itself. Not only is she likely the tallest girl I've ever laid eyes on, but even among the foreigners I've met, she's strikingly distinct. Oh my gosh, how'd you butcher that sentence? Hi, sorry for intruding. I was just kind of lost. Lost in your eyes? Bow, bow, bow. I'm not even going to do the bouncy bow. Oh, that was terrible. She takes a moment to formulate a response before speaking. Every action she takes feels as if it's carefully choreographed beforehand. Care to take a seat? Unexpected, considering that I'm intruding upon her. Thanks. I slowly step towards another seat opposite her, the girl resting the teacup and saucer on the wooden table between. The way she doesn't track my movements with her head is telling that, and the slight cloudiness of her eyes means she must be at least partially blind, like Kenji. Come to think of it, her voice doesn't have any detectable accent either. Whoops, I don't care. I guess she must be half Japanese. Nope, she's British in my mind. You're drinking... Oh, I know Japanese drink tea. I can't do no accent. Nope, I'm sticking with my convictions, damn it. Anyway, as I take my seat, her composure takes me slightly off guard. Her air of relaxed confidence makes the silence entirely comfortable. The calming atmosphere is so very different from the student council office. I take it you're a new student to Yamako. Yeah, I just transferred in yesterday. I get the distinct feeling my speech patterns don't match the formality of hers, accentuated accentuated by a restrained bow of a greeting, one which I hasten to match before realizing the futility of the action. I'm Lily Satao, pleased to meet you. Hisao Nakai. She gives a nod before gesturing roughly in the direction of her teacup. Would you care for a drink? Sure. As much as it pains me, I can't keep step with her formality in the proceedings. She gives a kind nod, taking the request in stride. Yay, I get to drink tea with her. Without another word, she steps off the chair and prepares a second cup of tea from the collection of supplies laid out among a shelf. A brush here, a brush there. Her left hand often touching the side of whatever container she's pouring into. It seems to be a process she's followed dozens of times before. As I lean sideways to see around her back, she seems to use her long, dainty finger to measure the right amount of water in the cup. It's one thing to see the different disabilities the students in my class have, but it's quite another seeing how everyone seems to adapt. Shizune and Misha have no problem working together to communicate to me, and Lily herself seems to have workarounds for problems I'd never thought of. While I feel slightly guilty about her doing the work, she seems pleased to be following the correct process of the offerer preparing the drink. Well, this is nice. So, her soft voice brings me out of my silent observance. Oh, look, there she is. She's nice. I like her. Which room are you looking for? It's not often my classroom is visited after school. Oh, is she a teacher? Can you bang a teacher in this? Damn. Students is out. Students? Standards, I mean. The school library, Shizune. I mean, some classmates told me it was on this floor. I called her... Oh, I thought I called her the wrong name. Shizune Misha, he was going to say. Oh, you don't call girls the wrong name. I found that out firsthand, over and over again. She finishes pouring water into the teacups as she nods. A small metallic tapping comes from the teacup, indicating it being stirred. I'm aware of Hakamachi. Oh, I'm aware of Miss Hakamachi, as are most students. I can't say her name. To be with them means you're in class 3-3, no? So yeah, one thing I don't get, I'm pretty sure this is not actually a Japanese game, apparently it's American made. So why do they have confusing names? That's right, in the science room with Mito. She gives a small giggle before setting down the teaspoon and slowly walking towards the table, teacup and saucer in hand. I am having a cup of tea after this. This is like tea porn to me. I just want a cup of tea now. He's quite the character. I imagine you'll come to like him. Most do. Oh, was that me? Damn! As she sets down the tea, I gently take it and have a sip. I'm really more of a coffee person, but this seems like a rather bad moment to bring it up. Yeah, you don't do that. Yeah, she's quite tall. She's like an Amazon of a woman. That's cool. I don't mind that. I'm just saying. That's all you get. Tall girls out there, you know. Nonetheless, the smell's quite nice. I hardly think it'd be hard to choke down. Thanks, Sato. It tastes really nice. She smiles and quickly waves her hand in front of her face. Lily, please. There's no need to be formal. Oh, you're formal with your fancy pants talking that I gave you. She says in spite of her exceedingly well-bred speech. Oh well, ha! He brought up the same point as me. Except mine's a bit more fabricated. I guess I should try and ask her about herself, as it really does seem as if she's catering to me. So which class are you from? I imagine it's one of the third-year classes. Correct, I'm in class 3-2, which is on the third floor, same as yours. It's taught by Miyagi. and is specifically for both blind and partially blind students. Oh, so there's like a whole classroom just for blind? Oh, I guess, yeah, because that's a different category. So what category am I in? That's interesting. I see. Sorry. Oh, because he said I see. You dick. You dickish dick. No, so yeah, she's not a teacher then. I feel like slapping myself for the faux pass. Looking at her face, though, she doesn't seem in the least bit put off by it. Look at his sword like, my, there's no need to change your speech on my account. Yeah, that's kind of offensive in a way. Sure, sorry. I mean, I'm really showing my newness here. An environment like this... an environment like this would be a big change, so I can't fault you for it. Well, the same can't be said for everyone. Many have come to terms with their conditions. A category which include her, it seems. All too ready to jump ship from this particular topic. I segue into another. Do you come here to drink tea often? It's a really nice place. That is the lamest chat-up line in the book, like, hey, come round here often? Thinking on it, this might have been her vision of the place behind my school that I'd like to have at lunch. I come here fairly often during lunchtimes. My duties as class representative don't leave me enough time for an official club, so a friend and I used to use this room for having tea. Class rep, huh? Compared to Shizune, her mannerism seems to be almost opposite. While Shizune's blunt and fiercely driven, Lily seems relaxed and calm, almost aloof. Come to think of it, she might be useful for a less biased view of the school's clubs. Oh, yeah, I can join a club. What kind of clubs are there to join? The more popular ones are the track and field club, which use the field near the school during lunchtimes, the baseball club, and the book club in a room near the library. There are also numerous small ones too, though, such as the arts and music clubs. At a time when I was wanting to get on my feet, rushing into a club right away seems slightly unappealing. I wonder if this school shares the same rules as my old one. Is it compulsory to join a club? It isn't, though it is encouraged. Ah, good. That's a relief. I've really let down my guard around this girl to let such a thing slip out. The fact seems to slightly amuse her. Oh, look at her little cute face. Not wanting my tea to get cold, I finally start drinking it as Lily does the same. Oh, I like that lighting. As I look over to the window over her shoulder, I notice the light coming into the room has a distinctly orange tint. Oh, it makes her look radiant. Even here, time doesn't stand still. Huh? The time's gone quickly. Sorry? Right, she's blind. Of course she can't see the sun setting. It just looks like the sun's starting to set. It seems to come as a surprise for her. I guess she must have lost track of time. Sorry, Hisao. I didn't mean to keep you from the library for so long. I quickly moved to allay her concern. No, it's okay. The library's still open, isn't it? She pauses and takes a moment to think on it. It's probably something I should have asked Shizune when I had the chance, but Lily seems to know in any case. True, it's open until 6:30 during weekdays. A quick glance at my watch confirms I have well enough time to get there. I might get going in that case. It's been really nice talking to you, Lily. She smiles and gives a deep nod, her hands still neatly folded on the table in front of her. It was my pleasure. Oh, come to think of it, shall I show you where the library is? I couldn't possibly ask for more help. I should be able to find it alright. Well, unless my navigational skills fail me, which they seem to have a habit of doing. It's alright. I was going to be talking to the librarian there in any case. I could introduce you. This gets better and better. It's pretty hard to deny her offer. Oh, I'm just wiggling my chair. If you're sure, then that'd be great, thanks. As she stands up to follow me, she takes hold of a straight retractable cane that had been slipped in the middle of her bag on the floor. Oh, compared to the cane the boy in my class had, Lily's looks much thinner and longer. This must be for support, whereas Lily's is for navigation. Together, we have the peaceful room. We leave the peaceful room and enter the empty hallway on the way to the library. Side by side, my pace carefully slowed to match hers. We walk slowly through the hallways. Okay, and with that meeting, I'm going to end it here. And to find out what happens in the library, where things are meant to be quiet,